Hello, my name is Michael Smith, and this is an introduction to a playlist called Poetry, a place in where I will put on display and show my poetry. It was really kind of a interesting way I got involved with poetry. I remember uh, in high school growing up, I didn't really care for poetry. I mean, it was kind of nice, but wasn't really my thing. So why did I start writing poetry? Well, had to do with a girl. I graduated from high school and finally had my first real kind of quasi girlfriend, and she was a writer. And I was someone who had experimented with art in the visual sense of like painting or sculpting, things that were visual of nature. Uh, those were the realms in which I like to deal with. But when she showed me some of her writings, and she was a fictional narrative writer, uh, I was very intrigued. And I can't tell you why, but one day it sparked upon me. I was like, well, I've explored various realms in the visual fields of art. Uh, what if I have a go at this written thing? And I guess I chose poetry as opposed to writing short stories or something else like that, just because it was easy. It seemed easier to write a short poetry than it did to write a story. So I started writing poetry, and it just boom, it went from there. And in my 20s, I wrote 10 tons of poetry, and then uh, as I fell in love with music and wanting to create music, well, then my poetries became song lyrics. But I still write poetry from time to time, and for me, poetry, I really, uh, I don't care if anyone reads it. It's more of a therapy for me. Uh, in a spiritual way, poetry is kind of like prayer for me. Um, but it's a way to take my feelings and kind of put them on the page and to just kind of look at them and kind of examine my feelings and where I'm going and maybe keep myself in check and maybe exercise any demons that may be haunting me at a particular time. I don't know. Sometimes I just write to write just because I enjoy it. But in this collection, that is what you'll find is poetry that I've written. I will not put anything, or at least I don't intend at this time to put any poetry in this playlist that is not of my own. So everything that you see here is written by me, and I just have notebooks and notebooks of stuff. So um, I may post something that was from back in my 20s to something that was, just written yesterday. So your guess is as good as mine as to where this playlist will go. And I hope you enjoy it. If you do, feel free to like it and share it, and or keep it to yourself, or uh, muddle about in your mind about how I could be better or I'm not very good at it. I don't. It doesn't really matter to me. If you get something positive out of it, great. If not, discard it aside.